Yep. And here at Spartan Stadium, it is senior night for the Notre Dame Titans. They're honoring the senior football players, the senior cheerleaders, and the parents and the students are being recognized here before the game, and we'll take a look at the senior night activities right now.
Instill in them a respect for each other and for the game, and reward them for their perseverance. Lead us all to the rewards of your kingdom. We ask this through the intercession of our patroness and Mother of God as we pray. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Our Lady, Queen of Victory, pray for us. And now for the starting lineup. We'd also like to remind you before we number 57, Austin Craig. The tackles, number 56, and number 58, Taylor Appling. The guards are number 55.
Welcome to Spartan Municipal Stadium for tonight's SOC Division I football game featuring the East Tartans and the Notre Dame Titans. Hello, everyone. Tony Lavender along with the Zone Sports team set to bring you tonight's game between the Tartans. Record of 4-5 on the season, 2-2 in the SOC Division I. Taking on the Notre Dame Titans. The Titans coming in with a record of 7-2 on the season. And as they come in tonight, the traditional rivalry between the Tartans and the Titans, and both of these clubs playing, their seniors will be playing their last ball game in their respective school uniforms this evening, as both these clubs, after teams ahead of them in the pecking order, managed to get into the playoffs last night and guaranteed their spots. So many times in the past, this game, as a season-ending one, has contained a lot of playoff possibilities. But this year, the first time in a long while, that the hash has pretty much been set for these clubs in Division 6. So tonight, they're playing for the pride of the SOC and for the traditional rivalry, the Titans and the Tartans. We're here on hand. We'll have all the play-by-play for you as the game gets ready to start this evening. I want to remind you that East won the toss and they elected to receive. They'll be defending the goal to our right. Notre Dame will be to our left. That's the north goal here at historic Spartan Municipal Stadium. It is senior night, and you have seen the seniors, and we'll be running that again for you later on and tell you who the seniors are for Notre Dame. They will recognize them in all the fall sports here tonight. And we'll be back to give you the opening lineups for tonight's game between the Tartans and the Titans when we return right after this.
Tell those chain banks that they're barking up the wrong tree. American Savings Bank has been loyally serving our customers since 1892. American has a...
County. We offer safe, reliable, and
Tell those chain banks that they're barking up the wrong tree. American Savings Bank has been loyally serving our customers since 1892. American has a 112-year reputation for treating our customers like family. You can count on American for competitive rates, outstanding financial products, and excellent customer service. Plus, the time and attention you deserve. You'll love banking with American. It's one doggone good bank.
Need a ride to work, school, the doctor, or to go shopping? Then call Access Scioto County at 353-5626. ASC is the public transit system for Portsmouth and all of Scioto County. We offer safe, reliable, and affordable public transportation that's available for everyone. Hundreds of people who cannot or choose not to drive use ASC to get where they need to go. Call 353-5626 to find out more or visit us on the web at asctransit.org. Access Scioto County, meeting needs and providing choices.
The Battery Terminal King Chip Womack has made a proclamation announcing the appointment of his new court jester, Will. While Chip is still paying top dollar for old batteries, Jester Will is paying in gumballs when he's in the office.
You've always been able to recognize value. The decisions you make today put you on the road to where you want to be tomorrow. Throughout your life, you've planned and made smart decisions. You deserve State Auto's Prime of Life to protect your home and autos. Find out more about Prime of Life and other State Auto products.
Call Barrett Murphy, your local State Auto Insurance Agency.
Guards will be Nick Basham, 6'2", 260 pounds, and a sophomore, and Austin KZ, 5'10", 205 pounds, and a sophomore. And the tackles, it'll be Taylor Appling, 6'0", 190 pounds, and a sophomore, and Tyler Gerald, 6'5", 305 pounds, and a freshman. That's across the front line. At the tight ends, Big Patrick Bias, 6'10", 300 pounds, and a senior. And Brandon Walker, 6'1", 180 pounds, and a junior. In the backfield, it'll be Chad Haddocks, 5'9", 150 pounds, and a freshman. Jeremy Toller, 6'2", 240 pounds, and a sophomore. And the back who's leading the area in rushing yardage this year, Justin Krager, who comes into this ball game with 1,998 yards on the ground, 2 yards tonight, and he will surpass the 2,000-yard mark. That would be, of course, on a 10-game season, a 200-yard per game average. Quarterback for the Tartans, 6 foot tall, 165-pound junior Tyler Bradford. We are about 3 minutes away from game time, and the defense that the East Tartans will face for the Notre Dame Titans across the front, it'll be number 50, Daniel Ogg, 6'4", 225 pounds. He is a junior. Charlie Eichenlob, 6'2", 265, a sophomore. And Will Haney, 6'2", 170 pounds, and a junior. Other defensive players for the Titans tonight, 54, C.J. Smith, 6'3", 180 pounds, and a sophomore. And also Evan Carell, 6'3", 235 pounds, and a sophomore. In the backfield, Kevin Lewis, 6 foot tall, 160 pounds, and a senior. Will Tolman, 6'1", 170, and a junior. Jack Kaiser, 6 foot tall, 175 pounds, and a junior. Jacob Milani is 6 foot tall, 195 pounds, and a senior. And Michael Mader, also a senior, 6'3", 210 pounds. Our pregame presented to you tonight by McDonald's of Portsmouth, Rosemount, and Wheelersburg. Always a good place to stop before or after the game to wrap it up with one of their wraps at McDonald's. And we're about ready to wrap up our McDonald's pregame. In just a couple of minutes, we'll have the opening kickoff. So we'll be back at Spartan Stadium. When we return, well, here come the East Tartans now. Let's wait for them to show up on the scene and get their arrival. As you can see, they'll be in the white uniforms, white shirts, white football pants. Is that white or is that silver? That's silver football pants and silver headgear. Light was hitting them wrong there. I thought they had silver on when I saw them earlier. So those are the Tartans. They'll have blue numerals on their jerseys. Notre Dame will be in the home blue jerseys with the gold pants and the gold headgear, and they are proceeding, as you can see, toward the tunnel of fans as you'll watch the Titans come in, and they've got a tunnel of folks to run through, as did the Tartans. And we'll be pretty much set here at Spartan Stadium for the Tartans and the Titans, one of the great traditional rivalries in Southern Ohio, not to mention the SOC Division I, an actual league game here coming as both these teams wrap up their schedule for the 2012 season. There are the Titans coming out. So we have Titans and Tartans, and we have everybody about set. So we'll be ready to go here very soon as we'll return for the opening kickoff right after this short break.
Do you have an emergency need for cash? Diamond Gem Lending Company, the Pawn Stars of Portsmouth, will make a short-term loan on your merchandise or buy it from you for cash. Our friendly staff is here to help you with a loan or purchase. Incredible deals on out-of-pawn jewelry, firearms, guitars, tools, DVDs, CDs, game systems, vinyl records, player piano rolls, and musical instruments. Diamond Gem Lending Company, the Pawn Stars of Portsmouth.
Injured? Disabled? Atomic plant worker? Social Security disability? Bankruptcy? Workers' compensation? Call for a free consultation. Our mission is to excel in helping you process your claim.
You walk in, they have a big smile on their face, and it's genuine. It's not.
Falcon1.net, Minford Telephone Company, and Minford Television. Always happy to have them on board as they sponsor the kickoff before every zone sports contest. And we're here tonight, Spartan Stadium. Again, Notre Dame will be to the left. They will be kicking off east to our right. That is the south at Spartan Stadium. As they'll prepare to go, Kevin Lewis will put his foot to it. Back deep for East. They've got two receivers back there. One of them is Chad Haddix, and the other one back there is Tyler Bradford, and they go on the right side and move the ball up to about the 28-yard line, and this ball game is underway. Opening kickoff presented to you by by Falcon1.net, Minford Telephone Company, and now Minford Television. Glad to have those folks on board with us. So East will get the ball, and they'll have the ball marked on their own 30-yard line as this ball game will get underway. And as they come up, here come the Tartans, again in the white uniforms. Tyler Bradford is the quarterback. He's under center, and he gives straightway. And on the way up through there goes Jeremy Toller. Toller, 6'2", 240 pounds, and a sophomore. Picks up maybe one as Smith brings him down, and that's the first offensive play of this ball game. Glad to have you with us tonight on the zone. And they come up, tight formation. Backs in an eye, and they give to the tailback. That is Krager. He picks up his 2, and that's 2,000 yards for the season for Justin Krager. That will mark his 2,000th plus as he becomes the first ball carrier in a long while for a 2,000-yard season. Bradford back in, I can't remember the year right this minute. So congratulations to Justin Krager of the Tartans. Quite an accomplishment for that young man. He is far back in the tailback position. And he gets the pitch, and he's going to go on the right side, and he'll get hit 2 or 3 times before being brought down close to the sideline.
You got 3rd and 1.
So it'll be 3rd and long 1, short 2, or 4th and 1 or 2 for the Tartans. High school football on the zone just underway here, presented to you by the Southern Ohio Medical Center. Real Estate Gallery, Nancy Hawk always bringing you the national anthem before the ball game. We mentioned McDonald's, our pregame sponsor, and Falcon1.net, Minford Telephone Company, Minford TV. As they're going to try for the 1, and they got it easily.
First down.
And that'll be our first down of the night as Krager picks that up. And quite a season for that young man, as the Tartans have relied heavily on his bruising running and also his speed. He's got it inside and outside as well. So first down for the East Tartans. Ball is sitting on a 43-yard line of the Tartans as they move northward. Bradford will give again to the tailback. That's Krager, and the ball is on the ground, and it looks like Notre Dame might have it. Yes, coming up with it was Daniel Ogg. So Daniel Ogg recovers the fumble, and just that quickly a turnover gives Notre Dame an advantage as they're in good field position. That ball bounced loose, looked like it was handed off, maybe hit his shoulder pads, and then bounced up in sort of an upward arc and then down as he was going off tackle on the right side. So Notre Dame gets their first shot at it with 9:38 to go here in the first quarter. Ball is on the 43-yard line. As Notre Dame's first offensive play will result in very little gain, maybe half a yard. So it'll be 2nd down and 9 yards to go. Our officials tonight, the referee is Rick Merb. The umpire is Lou Bennett. The linesman, Bain Sylvia. The line judge, Roger Merb. And the back judge is Brent Munn. Those are our officials tonight from the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Mater is under center, and he puts Smith in motion. And Mater's tossed into the hands of Will Tolman, and touchdown. Second play from scrimmage. So Mater's pass to Will Tolman puts Notre Dame on top here with 8:51 to go in the first quarter. And that would have been about a 42 or 3-yarder. 43-yard pass. Line drive kick, up and good. And as they come back up the field, Notre Dame has taken a 7-0 lead. Back with the kickoff right after this.
You walk in, they have a big smile on their face, and it's genuine. It's not fake, and I hate fake, and it's just really nice. And
It's just an experience that they've got this customer service down to a science. And like I say, you're talking to a guy for the last 20 years has been in sales and knows how customer service is supposed to work. Glockner's has got it down to a science.
you feel special when you walk in. You feel special.
Their commercials, they're not lying when they make it easy.
Time tonight, Notre Dame will kick off. Kevin Lewis will deliver to the East Tartans and back again in the backfield back there for East. Will be Haddix again, and also back there Bradford, Tyler Bradford.
There was only 2 plays, but it looked like Crager won to Kevin both times.
So the kick going to be taken and fallen on about the 27-yard line. That's where East will take over for their second possession. Haddix falls on it with 8:49 to go here in the first quarter. So East will have the ball, 27-yard line, their own 27. 1st and 10 for the Tartans. Again, in an I formation with a wingman to the right, and they go to Crager. He's right up through the middle. Had a nice hole put it for him in there by his ball club, including Brandon Walker, who came from his tight end spot, blocked across, and made a nice opening for Crager to come up through there. Pickup of about, 6 or 7, 6 yards to go. So 6 in the books, 4 to go. 2nd down for the Tartans. Bradford takes his time, same formation. And again, Crager, this time the spin and the pitch the other way, and Notre Dame didn't like that one. And it'll now be 3rd down. Hardly any gain on that one at all. So Eichenlob and Milani bring him down. Charlie Eichenlob, Jacob Milani. Eichenlob only a sophomore, but Milani in his last game for the Titans. It is senior night here. We'll talk about all those seniors in the fall sports in a while. And Bradford again will hold this time, and they are not going to fall for it. All over his case that time for Notre Dame was Will Haney. Will Haney did not bite for that one for a second, and it's a 4th down for the Tartans. There you see Haney on your camera, on your picture there, number 13. Number 2 walking with him, Dakota Smith. And here come the Tartans. 4th down and 11, and appear to be going for it. Quick kick by Crager. And a good quick kick. That baby is going all the way down inside the 24. It's picked up over there by Kevin Lewis, who scoots around one man. He's got an opening down through there along the sideline. Cuts back across the grain. Got missed there. Around another man. That's the last one he has to beat. Kevin Lewis will be on his way to the house. A tremendous cutback about the 42-yard line. He beat one man around the outside, and Kevin Lewis picking that ball up on the 23-yard line. So that's going to be a 75, 76-yard return of that punt. So Kevin Lewis with a tremendous punt return. A 76-yarder as he dodged a couple of bullets there. And so the special teams score and puts Notre Dame up 13-0. High school football on the zone, presented to you by American Savings Bank and Doug Coleman for County Commissioner. Also brought to you by Heartland of Portsmouth and Jerry Buckler for Domestic Relations Judge. Kick is up, and it's good. And the score is 14-0. 6.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Back with the kickoff right after this.
Attention coin collectors, Leading Lady announces the opening of a numismatic coin shop in downtown Portsmouth, located at 614 Chillicothe Street, for buying and selling coins. Private room available to buy or sell. Donald Malone, manager. Check our website, leadingladycoinshop.com. Attention coin collectors, Leading Lady announces the opening of a numismatic coin shop in downtown Portsmouth, located at 614 Chillicothe Street, for buying and selling coins. Private room available to buy or sell. Donald Malone, manager. Check our website, leadingladycoinshop.com.
Heading down to the north end, Kevin Lewis, the 6-foot-tall senior, celebrating his senior night as he scores on a 76-yard punt return that he took, and it's 6:32 mark. East was quick kicking, an excellent kick by Krager that went all the way down to the 24-yard line of the Titans. Lewis picked it up and then dashed to his right about the 42-yard line in East territory, cut back to the left, and beat the last two men over there on contain, and he was off to the races. Kevin Lewis, we have seen his speed in excess almost over the last 4 years, and we got a whistle. See what we got. And let's see what we're going to do here. Perhaps we had somebody offside or something on the kickoff, or maybe the ball wasn't marked ready. We will see what we will see. But if that's the case, again, Haddocks and Bradford back for East. And the kick by Haney is a line driver that's taken on the bounce and moving forward with it, and off to his right for the Tartans was Michael Stiltner, and that will give East another possession at 6:27 to go here in the first quarter. East will have the ball, and they'll have it on their own 34-yard line. High school football on the zone, presented to you by Alarm Tech. Also brought to you by Mike Crabtree for commissioner and Steve Goins for sheriff, as well as the Salvation Army and Diamond Gem Lending Company. And to Krager, that pass to him a little high, but he's through there, and he's moving out. He's got to beat Lewis. That should be an interesting foot race, as Krager is going to be closed in from behind, and a big dive made down about the 10-yard line by Michael Mader, and there you see Justin Krager's ability as he went scooting down through there as he cut back to the left. We'd already talked about Kevin Lewis's speed, and there you see Justin Krager moving on out as well.
66 yards.
How many? 66? A 66-yard run by Justin Krager. And I hope you've got your calculators with you. We may have a lot of offense to add up here tonight. There's the kick. It's up, and it's good. So as we come back up the field, it's now 14-7. We'll have East High School's kickoff right after this.
Okay, so it's a romantic dinner for two. Now, I've already cut some tomato. Time for the vinaigrette. You are gonna love this. Okay, we need some sesame seeds. My favorite pan. Now, what's really important is...
With Merilad cabinets, you'll discover function that's irresistible.
Good thing I'm not the jealous type.
Merilad, the dream kitchen for the real world.
Love Nails and Hair Day Spa offers manicures, pedicures, massage, skincare, bridal spa, and party packages, and much, much more. Visit us or call us today. We're open 7 days a week, and walk-ins are always welcome. Love Nails and Hair Day Spa. We go the extra mile to make you smile.
Well, if the first half of the first period's any indication, you ought to have your calculator handy. We've already had 21 points scored, and they have come in big bunches. Lewis, a 76-yard punt return. Krager, a 66-yard run. and 43-yard pass, Mater to Tolman. We have had some offense ground out already, and we're getting big yardage and big points without that many plays having been run. That was a one-play, 66-yard drive, took 14 seconds off the clock. And so Notre Dame gets the kickoff, and moving up through there is Will Tolman, and he's still on his feet. Going to be brought down just across in front of the bench over there, and bringing him down was Chad Haddocks. So that's where a nice return will put Notre Dame, as Notre Dame will have the ball with 6:04 to go. We are just now 4 seconds away from being halfway through this first period, and the nose of the ball is sitting right on the 50-yard line. So about as even as you can get. And here come the Titans. I know I was going to do that tonight.
Absolutely.
And Mater will put Kaiser in motion, and Kaiser will get the ball. He gets his ankle grabbed and gets away from that one, but moves forward nonetheless, and is then brought down by 4 or 5 of the Tartans. Amongst them in there was Stiltner and also Jeremy Toller. So it'll be second down and about 5 to go, as the ball now on the 45. They got 5 ball just about right exactly the same place in relationship to the yard marker. Smith will be grabbed after a gain of maybe half a yard. A big tackle there by Justin Krager. So Dakota Smith gets pulled down and wrestled to the ground by Krager, making it a third down and about 4. And again, if you get in a third down situation tonight, don't go away from your television, because these clubs both have the ability to generate some explosive offense. Lewis and Tolman out to the left. Fake and roll by Mater. He has time, and he has a man open down in there. That's Tolman, all by himself, about the 24-yard line. He is brought down over there by Tyler Bradford. But that is a completion and a first down for the Titans. And the ball's on the 23-yard line. Is that the second 23-yard reception? 2 for 2. And the give this time to Kaiser. And he's tripped up, and there'll be a flag after the tackle. So we'll see what we've got going there, as the initial signal will come to us, and it's going to be a hold against the Titans.
When he went trips, Krager went out on trips.
So they'll go back 10 yards. That'll put the ball now on the 32-yard line of the Tartans. High school football on the zone, 4:33 to go in the first quarter. It's 14-7, Notre Dame with the lead and the ball. Presented to you by Horner for Sheriff. Also brought to you by Medimart, the Revolution Church, and Love Nails and Hair Day Spa in Sciotaville, the home of the East Tartans. And Mater will fling it out to the right, and it goes to Smith. He catches it on the fly, and the ball bounces loose as he caught it, and I believe East may have that, and they do. Smith completed it, and then he fumbled. So a pass, a completion, and then a fumble recovered by East, and I didn't catch who recovered it. But all right. So East will take over with 4:19 to go here in the first quarter on the fumble recovery, and the ball is sitting on their own 22. And a flag late in the play. Went flying up through there. That was Krager on the carry. I got a hold, I think, a preliminary signal that I see. So we're going to trade holding plays. And that'll cost the Tartans So Notre Dame's had a hold, and East has had a hold. When we're saying get a hold of yourself, I don't think that's what we're talking about. So with 4:06 to go here in the first quarter, East is deep in their own territory following the 10-yard penalty. They're about the 11-yard line. Bradford will spin and give on the counter, and getting up a yard or two will be Chad Haddix. And so he'll pick up a yard or two, so it'll be second down and about 19 now, I guess. They have to get up to the, let's see, the 32, and the ball's about the 12, so about 20. High school football on the zone, presented to you by Automania and by McAdoo's on Scioto Trail. Also brought to you by Monster Energy Drink and Gerlach, attorneys at law. And the pitch to Krager on the right side, and his feet come out from under him. Nobody had a hold of him. His feet did him in. So we'll give that credit for that tackle to the ground, as Krager's feet just went sliding right out from under him. And that puts him in a bit of a sticky wicket now with a third down and about 20 to go. So the East Tartans find themselves in the hole. Last time when they had fourth down, they did a quick kick. Krager did an excellent job on that, and it went a long ways, and Kevin Lewis then picked it up and returned it for a touchdown. This time they're not at that point yet. Krager is standing in the tailback position on the 3-yard line. Comes forward, nice opening up through there with some good blocks. He's brought down in there by Milani as he gets up across the 20 out to about the 23. Yep, they're going to say about the 22, which is about the original line of scrimmage. So they made back the 10 on the holding penalty, but it's still a fourth down. So the Tartans will set it up. And this time a more traditional punt setup. Krager will take it. No big rush there. He gets it away. It's a kick that's going to be taken on the 47 by Lewis as he falls, and the ball comes loose. Looks like he got it, though. And so that's where Notre Dame will take over following the East punt. So the Titans get the ball, and they've got it again right on the 50-yard line. This time with 1:36 to go, they start again at midfield. They started their last drive on the 50-yard line, and eventually there was a fumble that was recovered by East. As you can see, they punted that away, so they have not taken advantage of that. So the Titans, with new life following that. Smith bounces off one tackler, gets away, and then falls forward, and there will be flags following the play. Tackle on the play by Anthony Haney. And we'll see what our flag situation is. They brought the flag corps out in full. They're going to call a personal foul against the Tartans. That'll cost them 15 big ones and a first down. And more importantly, it's going to move the ball down inside the 35 to about the 33-yard line. And that's where Notre Dame will have the ball now. 1st and 10. With Mater still the quarterback. Kaiser on the wing on the left takes the handoff, and he's got some blocking down through there. Mater just throws a great block downfield as Kaiser is drawn in about the 20-yard line. So a first down for the Titans, and I want to point out Michael Mater went downfield and was throwing downfield blocks. That was your quarterback, folks. And that was some heads-up play on his part. He was mixing it up right in there with the rest of them. So the Titans with a first down. There goes Smith. They pitch to Smith. Nice block over there by Kevin Lewis that opens up a hole. And Smith gets down, and he will be brought down over there on the play as he was brought down by Jeremy Toller. And a pickup of about 8 or 9 on that will give Notre Dame the ball on the 12-yard line. You're watching high school football on the Zone, presented to you by Sherman Cricker Insurance, by Staker's Drugs downtown, Wheelersburg, and the West Side Center, and by Fred Brisker and Associates right there at 11th and Gay Street, the big sign right there at Fred's. Mater has wingmen on either side. One of them goes in motion. They give straight ahead to Milani. Milani drives down inside the 5, maybe to the 4. We'll see where they mark it down. Little dive play, and they mark it right smack dab on the 5-yard line. And we are now 1/4 of the way home here at Spartan Stadium. And the score at the end of 1 is Notre Dame 14, East 7. Back with quarter number 2 right after this.
Welcome to Moe's and great moments in gullibility.
What are you guys doing?
Musical burrito. Try it, dude.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Try the other year.
No, I just hear burrito. Oh, I get it.
Newberry Sporting Goods, doing school jackets right since 1958.
Here's the situation. Notre Dame has the ball, first and goal on the 5-yard line of the East Tartans. Notre Dame leading 14-7. We are at the start of quarter number 2. Mater is the quarterback. Right behind him is Milani. Smith is a wingman on the right. Lewis on the left. Mater under center. Will fake and give to Milani, who bounces off a man and then drags a tackler down toward the shadow of the goal line. As Milani gets down to about the 1-yard line, a 4-yard pickup, he was actually hit in the backfield by Toller and dragged him to some degree. So now, second and goal for the Titans. Less than a yard to go, really. Mater under center again, it looks like. Milani is still the back behind him, offset to the right just a little bit. In motion goes Lewis. They give it to Milani, who dives and scores. Jacob Milani from 1 yard out. So Jacob Milani from 1 yard out. A 1-yard run at 11:16 here in the second quarter. A 6-play, 50-yard drive that Kevin Lewis will try to tack one on with. His kick is up, it's high, it's long, it's good. So as they come back up the field, Notre Dame leads East 21-7. Back with a kickoff right after this.
Mum's the word at Portsmouth Feed and Supply, and pumpkin, corn, and squash too. This fall season, do all your stocking up and fall beautification at Portsmouth Feed and Supply, where to have a happy fall, we don't just help you say it, we help you show it. We're your best source for pet supplies, feed, and more. And don't forget, with the cold months facing us, to pick up your winter pet bedding. Portsmouth Feed and Supply, conveniently located on 2nd Street, your one-stop feed shop. A night of family entertainment awaits you at the Portsmouth Cinema 8. We're always improving. More games, better movies, delicious concessions, online ticket sales, and updates on Facebook as well. To make your experience better, we now have all 8 theaters in digital DLP with Dolby Surround Sound. Plus, you can watch your next digital 3D movie here. All the entertainment you need at Portsmouth Cinema 8. Movies will never be the same again.
Welcome back to Spartan Stadium. Notre Dame has just scored. They lead 21-7 at the 11:16 mark of the second quarter. Jacob Milani, a 1-yard run that caps a 6-play, 50-yard drive that took 2 minutes and 20 seconds off the clock. Lewis's kick was good, and Notre Dame leads East by the score of 21-7. The Titans now will kick off from the south end of the field, and the ball is on the ground. A line driver again that's going to be fallen on about the 34 over there by Justin Krager. And that's where East will take over. So East will have the ball at the 11:15 mark of the second quarter. And the ball sitting right smack dab on the 35-yard line. So the Tartans will try again. They've got 1 touchdown tonight. Notre Dame has 3. And to Krager. Hits some heavy traffic, but manages to drag a couple along with him. And coming up out of there is Daniel Ogg, and also up out of there it looks to me like maybe the other man in there to me looked like Kaiser might have been in on that. But Ogg there for sure. Pick up a 4 or 5, maybe 6 even for Krager. As they will set it up, and there's timeout on the field with 11 minutes exactly left in the first half. We'll be back right after this.
A night of family entertainment awaits you at the Portsmouth Cinema 8. We're always improving. More games, better movies, delicious concessions, online ticket sales, and updates on Facebook as well. To make your experience better, we now have all 8 theaters in digital DLP with Dolby Surround Sound. Plus, you can watch your next digital 3D movie here. All the entertainment you need at Portsmouth Cinema 8. Movies will never be the same again. Mum's the word at Portsmouth Feed and Supply, and pumpkin, corn, and squash too. This fall season, do all your stocking up and fall beautification at Portsmouth Feed and Supply, where to have a happy fall, we don't just help you say it, we help you show it.
By
source for pet supplies, feed
Jenny's Giovanni's, and also the Brandt Funeral Home. Krager's got enough probably for the first down. Yep, that's a first down for East. And Mater will bring him down. That's East's number 2 first down on the evening.
She's putting more tape on him.
So with 10:38 to go here in the first half, these two schools playing for SOC Division I credit as well as for the right to finish up the year with a good feeling on a victory note. That pumps you a lot through the year. Krager up through there. Big drive by Krager as he continues to move after he was hit. Finally stopped in there by Basler. Andy Basler on the tackle. Basler, 185-pound sophomore. And Krager picking up still another East first down. So the Tartans come up at him. And again, it's Krager. Krager moves out to the right. He'll be tackled over there by Will Tolman. Pickup of 5 or 6. And one of the Titans is a little slow getting up, and it's Jacob Milani. And Milani's not going to leave. He's just getting up slow. So feels good enough to stay in, looks like. There you see East coming out. Number 42, that is Jeremy Toller. 77 there, Tyler Gerald. And there's timeout on the field. 9:35 to go. Back with more after this.
The library isn't just a source for books anymore. We are activities. We are local history and genealogy. We are entertainment. We are DVDs and books on CD. We are online. We are education. We are mobile. We are everywhere. We are still books and reading. We are here for our community. We are here for you.
We are the Portsmouth Public Library.
I love the library.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Howell Insurance Agency, serving you for over 75 years.
Nancy, welcome back to Spartan Municipal Stadium. East has the ball. It'll be second down and about 5 to go. The ball sitting in Notre Dame territory, about the 35, and scooting forward with it again is Justin Krager, stopped in there by Michael Mader. And a pickup of maybe 1 or 2. It'll be third down and about 3 to go for the Tartans. Tartans last week took on the Green Bobcats, and we have another timeout with 9:11 to go. So some signals to check on. We'll be back after this.
We have utilized cable TV in the Scioto County area for well over 15 years. I have found that the zone has provided us with the best results we've ever had, has reached the marketing that we so desire, and drives customers to us with their new programming approach, and especially with the latest thing that they've added, that being the news.
Welcome back to Spartan Municipal Stadium. And East has the ball. It's going to be third down and about 2 or 3 with the ball sitting on the Notre Dame 33-yard line. Notre Dame leading here by the score of 21-7. In case you missed it earlier, Justin Krager from East, the talented senior, crossed the 2,000-yard mark for his year. Not for his high school career, for his year at East. And he has been busy since then. And here he comes with the ball again off the right side. Scoots around, still on his feet, down inside the 25 to about the 21-yard line, where he's dragged down over there by Will Tolman and others. So it's a first down for the Tartans. As East last week took on the Green Bobcats and emerged from that one victorious. And back to Krager left side this time. He doesn't get as much, but he still gets around a couple. And Mader in there, and also Kaiser. So a pickup of only 1 or 2 that time, so it'll be second down and about 8. The ball is inside the 20-yard line of the Titans. Number 80 there for East. That's Patrick Bias, 6'10", 300-pounder. He's a senior likewise. Number 3 there on your screen, Brandon Walker, the tight end, 6'1", 180-pound junior. And as they line up, same formation we've seen from them all night. And this time they give straight ahead to Toller, and Toller didn't have really good hold on that ball. He was juggling that thing around as he moved forward, but he got the job done, got down to about the 12 or 13 yard line where it'll be 3rd down and 1 or 2. So straight ahead give to the fullback that time. Toller, 6'2", 240 pounds. So Bradford again will give, and Toller gets the first down. As again, he just kind of was lumbering up through there. So a 1st and goal for the Tartans. Same play 2 times in a row. Same formation. Same thing again. This time Notre Dame converges on that. And not much ground for Toller there. The first guy on the scene for Notre Dame was Charlie Eichenlob. And with the temperature being as cool as it is, I notice outside the window there's a bug flying around. Must be the new winter models of bugs they're offering up. So now 2nd and goal. They've run Toller 3 times in a row. This time he runs into Krager, and Krager was on the ground when the ball popped loose. In case you saw that on your screen, Daniel Logg quick to jump on that. Krager ran into Bradford, and that was really a mix-up of signals. 3rd and goal from the 10. And you were expecting Krager after 3 times in a row with Toller, but they went inside 3 times. You might have expected them to go out on that. And Krager this time, nice blocking in there as he heads down inside the 5, inside the 3, down to about the 1. And let's see where they finally mark it. They will put it there at the 1 yard line. So now it's trials and tribulations time. Defense has to stand tall. Offense has to make something happen. 4th and goal from the 1. Notre Dame up 21-7. East with the ball. They're heading southbound, and somebody wants to talk about it. It is the Tartans. So with 5:28 to go, East calls another timeout, and we'll be back after this.
Christianity is often attacked for being inauthentic or hypocritical. At Revolution, they are here so through worship and service, those who desire can develop a knowledge and understanding of the scriptures and teachings of Jesus. Worship, grow, serve. At Revolution, Sundays at 10:30 a.m. and 7 p.m.
Welcome back to Spartan Stadium. Here we'll set the scenario for you again. East, 4th and goal from the 1. Notre Dame up 21-7. 5:28 to go in the first half. East now will see what they can do about going 36 inches. Notre Dame will see what they can do about standing in there and stopping the aforementioned activity. Same formation for East as always. And Krager is going to be stopped. He's going to bounce off one. He's got room. He heads for the quarter, knocked out of bounds, and I think they knocked him out, and he did not make it. And I think that he bounced off, headed over there, was knocked out of bounds about the 6-inch mark, just so close. So close. I think Kaiser's the one who may have knocked him out of bounds. 13 straight runs, and They lose the ball on downs at the 6-inch mark after keeping the ball 13 straight plays at 5:20 to go. They kept the ball 5 minutes and 55 seconds. Notre Dame stands in. Kaiser came over strong to push him out of bounds. Krager bounced off and was zooming toward that flag. And good response because he about had that made. Again, 6 inches about as close as you can get. So now Notre Dame will take over with about as much room in front of them as you can have. We always used to say, don't think about what's at your back, think about the opportunity in front of you. You're watching high school football on the Zone, presented to you by Sweet Confections Bakery, by H&H Sanders Lawn Care, by Money Concepts with Steve Connolly and the folks there, Twin Valley Tire and Lube, Pro Pest Control, and the Battery Terminal. We seem to be working a little slow here. What do we... and now we're set. Notre Dame will come up. And Mater, with everybody in close, not wanting to run the risk of a safety on this deal. And he'll try the sneak, and he got a few. When I say few, I'm talking about inches, not yards. He's out to about the 1, maybe the 2. Krager in there on the stop, and they're going to mark that down at least a yard farther than they were when they started. But not much more than that, if that much. And Mater's going to take a moment and get some words from Coach Ashley. I think that he will come back with the plan now with 4:50 to go in the first half. East ran a 13-play drive that ended on the 6-inch mark. Lost the ball on downs as Krager was driven out of bounds by Kaiser right there, just right before the flag. Mater, with a little more room now, has the formation spread out a little bit more. Puts Lewis in motion, and they go off tackle to the right, and there's not much happening there. And big grab over there for East by Nick Basham. As Nick Basham did the old flinging to the ground routine. And that's going to be a pickup of maybe another yard, maybe a half. And Kaiser appears to be injured again. So Kaiser a couple of times has been in and out of this ball game. He's played tough, but I saw him on the sidelines trying to get taped up some extra tape and stuff. And they are going to help him off. While they do that, we want to remind you that high school football on the Zone is presented to you by Shawnee State University, by Access Scioto County, by Sunspot Tanning, locations all over Zone Country, by the Wheelersburg Cinema, brought to you by Southern Ohio Medical Center, Loot Supply on Route 23 north of Portsmouth, Leading Lady Numismatic Coin Shop, and the Glockner family of dealerships. And let's not forget to mention our buddy Dan Cassidy and everybody at the Barron and Murphin Insurance Agency, longtime supporters of sports here on the Zone. So now we are at third down and about 8 to go. Mater will give it to the motion man. That's Smith. He's got a block, and he gets up through there. He's got enough for the first down. Big block over there, taking the defender Toller out of the play, and a good block in there that time for Notre Dame by Will Haney. And that's a first down for Notre Dame, and that gets them out of trouble, at least as far as that's concerned. With the goal line a little bit farther behind them now, they can set up in a normal formation. So way out to the right side goes Tolman. In motion is Lewis, and they pitch to him, and he gets upended in the backfield. And he was tackled by Bradford, and there's a penalty marker thrown on a little verbal exchange that happened in the backfield following the tackle. And let's see who they're going to say was the offending party against the Tartans. Unsportsmanlike conduct against East. Looked like he patted Lewis on the shoulder when Lewis was getting up. And Lewis was upended big time there. But loss in the backfield doesn't matter. 15-yard pickup, and that's going to put the ball up at the, let's see where we are here. After the step off, that's going to put us at the 22-yard line. And they say second down since it was a dead ball foul. So anyway, another 15-yarder stepped off following a good defensive play. Lewis goes in motion again, and this time a little counter to Smith. The inside works, and he's on the way. He trips up there about the 45, but I think he's got everybody beat, and he does. Dakota Smith, 6 foot tall, 160-pound junior. Little inside, looked like a little inside trap maybe they were running there. And at the 2:41 mark, Dakota Smith takes that ball 79 yards. As we have had our scoring tonight in the big chunks. And Kevin Lewis will give that a shot from extra point land. Kick is up and good. As they come back up the field, Notre Dame leads East by the score of 28-7. Back with the kickoff right after this.
Hi there, ghouls and gals. Make sure to reserve your Saturday night to watch Night of the Living Dead with me, Iva Rose, on the Fright Zone at 10 p.m. See you then.
Who is it? Who's there?
Well, there was a penalty marker thrown after the extra point kick and after we had sent it to you. And we will see what we will see here. Coach Gilliland out checking with the authorities. And do we get a signal on this? Looking for some kind of signal. This is the time when you'd really like to have a microphone so that they would tell you.
Yeah, probably will. I bet it will.
And we will see what we will see here. And I believe they're going to call some unsportsmanlike conduct since it was afterwards, and it apparently is going to go against East. So after the extra point, so it looks like we've had a player ejected from the ball game, and we still got a flag down on the field now. Another unsportsmanlike conduct, perhaps against the bench for East. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the bench. And now the kickoff, as we have 30 yards in penalties on dead balls here. And Notre Dame will be kicking off from the 30-yard line of the Tartans. Kevin Lewis will step in for that. So Lewis will approach, and that will actually be kicked in there by Haney, and it will be a touchback. So all of that, East will get the ball on the 20-yard line with 2:41 to go in the first half. So they'll get the ball on their own 20. We saw 30 yards and penalties marked off after the extra point kick there. And we will see who comes out for East to see for sure who exactly is in charge of things. And as they come up, it apparently was Tyler Bradford that got removed from the game because they have another quarterback in for East now. And they're going to pitch back to Krager. He's going to head off tackle, and he's going to be wrapped up there by Daniel Ogg. Pickup of a few, about 5 or 6. In at quarterback for East, Michael Stiltner, number 6. Michael, 5'10", is just a freshman. And Michael doesn't weigh very much. The roster has him at 150. If he's at 150, that's when he's brought a couple of friends to the scales with him. Krager, on the other hand, has a little more bulk, and he moves forward for a pickup of a couple of more. It'll be third down and about 1 or 2. He's starting this drive from their own 20, following the kickoff, following the Notre Dame touchdown and extra point, which were then followed by 2 unsportsmanlike conducts, in one of which East's Tyler Bradford, the junior quarterback, was removed from the ball game. East also had an unsportsmanlike against the bench. Same formation we've seen from East. Off to Krager. He's off tackle, and he gets through a couple, and he's dragged down over there by Kaiser, also on the scene, Tolman. But it's enough for an East first down. High school football on the zone. Presented to you by Floor B&W of Portsmouth. The Glockner family of dealerships. McDonald's of Portsmouth, Rosemount, and Wheelersburg, and Southern Ohio Medical Center. And Krager, not as much resistance as he thought, so he stays on his feet a little farther. He was all set for some heavy contact there and didn't quite have as much resistance as he thought he was going to have. Brought down by Ryan Glockner, but not before he picks up another East first down. 13-yard pickup that time for the senior. If you remember from our last basketball season, Krager also an active member of the Tartan basketball squad. And the fake. And nothing doing there. The ball is tossed as he was going down. There was Ogg and also Mater all over his case. But he did get the ball away, and it'll count as an incomplete pass instead of a sack. First attempt of the night for the Tartans, who have not really been much of a team to put the ball in the air. They were averaging 37 yards passing per game, as opposed to their 262 yards rushing average per game. And, of course, 200 of that belongs to Justin Krager, who has a busy night every time the Tartans take the field. And Krager loses his footing. His left foot slipped there a little bit, but he still manages to pick up a couple. So East going now from quick huddle, quick no huddle actually. And again, Krager, left side, big contact. Everybody up quick at the bottom of the pile there, underneath Krager, in fact. is Ryan Glockner. And so now it's 4th down for the Tartans. They've still got 6 yards to go for the first down. Ball sitting on the 50-yard line. That middle of the field has become quite busy tonight. Timeout, Tartans. 1 6/10 seconds to go in the half. So with 4th down, I'd say we've got a play left, and we'll be back for that play right after this.
Extra, extra! Read all about it. It's going to snow tonight, possibly. We'll find out tomorrow in tomorrow's newspaper. Saturday, Sunday, cloudy right now, high just 50 cents. Right here in the newspaper, it snowed. You can see it right there, plain as day. People just don't understand. It snowed just last night. And you can read about it today.
Here at the Roger W. Davis Funeral Home, we are not only here for you in your time of need, but we're also here to help our neighbor, to serve our community, and to help guide our youth. We do our best each day to make our area a great place to call home, and each year we give you a time to gather and remember your loved ones. To all area teams in the upcoming sports season, remember, the difference between impossible and possible lies in your determination. Good luck from all of us at the Roger W. Davis Funeral Home.
1 6/10 seconds left in the half. East sending a formation we've not seen tonight. Trips all the way to the left. And from the shotgun, Krager in at quarterback. He takes his time, gets away from one, slips, and gets a couple of yards out of it before he's tackled to end the half. Charlie Eichenlaw brings him down. Krager, if you remember, started the year at quarterback for East. And then they moved him into the tailback spot and put Bradford in at quarterback and opened Krager up for a lot of other stuff. So we have reached the half. And East ends up with the ball at the end of the half, and they are finding themselves on the short end of a 28-7 score. And that's where we are. Stay tuned for the Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine halftime report when we return to Spartan Municipal Stadium right after this.
Forcing me to get rid of Mr. Peck, and I'm not going to do it.
We're here with Scoops Oliver.
I'll be researching until the day I die.
You know, Babe Ruth was the greatest baseball player that ever played the game.
Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Chuck Jones with the news.
Wherever good can overcome, that is where your contributions to the Salvation Army go.
Hi, I'm Jamie with Shawnee Sanitation.
Hi, I'm Sarah. Shawnee Sanitation is a local company that employs local people.
Shawnee Sanitation has been servicing Sauter County for 19 years.
Our goal here is to make our customers happy.
Now you clowns get back to work.
Currently, I am working with some sensors that can detect changes in rotation. What I'm doing now I do enjoy. I'm hoping to eventually grow from that and do full-fledged commercial games as my career. I'm equipped to do it, and that's the important thing.
I knew I wanted to do something with games. Shawnee had the degree that I was looking for. We've learned a lot about different kinds of programming, not just games. We work with artists that you can describe how characters look and they can draw it. The variety of knowledge helps me stand out at Shawnee State.
Out here, what matters most? Team, dedication, instinct, expertise. At SONC Sports Motion, we provide the community a one-stop health and wellness and sports medicine program, including expert orthopedic treatment, rehabilitation, injury prevention, and performance enhancement. Expertise matters. SONC Sports Motion. Very good things are happening here.
You see the East Tartan Band getting ready to perform for us here at halftime. You're on the Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine halftime report. And the Tartan Band is all set, and let's give them a listen. Sound pretty good. They're marching. Notre Dame 27 and East 7 here from historic Spartan Stadium. And let's take a moment and listen to one more song from the East Band. We've not seen them this year, so let's give them a listen. Yeah, this is kind of carry it in that little case. Just carry it in that little case. It fits real easy. It's nice. There you have the East High School Marching Band. It's halftime on the Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine halftime report. And we'll be back with the stats and more from Spartan Stadium when we return right after this.
Forcing me to get rid of Mr. Peck, and I'm not going to do it.
We're here with Scoops Oliver.
I'll be researching until the day I die.
You know, Babe Ruth was the greatest baseball player that ever played the game.
Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Chuck Jones with the news.
wherever good can overcome, that is where your contributions to the Salvation Army go.
Hi, I'm Janie with Shawnee Sanitation.
Hi, I'm Sarah. Shawnee Sanitation is a local company that employs local people.
Shawnee Sanitation has been servicing Sauter County for 19 years.
Our goal here is to make our customers happy.
Now you clowns get back to work.
Currently, I am working with some sensors that can detect changes in rotation. What I'm doing now I do enjoy. I'm hoping to eventually grow from that and do full-fledged commercial games as my career. I'm equipped to do it, and that's the important thing.
I knew I wanted to do something with games. Shawnee had the degree that I was looking for. We've learned a lot about different kinds of programming, not just games. We work with artists that you can describe how characters look and they can draw it. The variety of knowledge helps me stand out at Shawnee State.
Out here, what matters most? Team, dedication, instinct, expertise. At SONC Sports Motion, we provide the community a one-stop health and wellness and sports medicine program, including expert orthopedic treatment, rehabilitation, injury prevention, and performance enhancement. Expertise matters. SONC Sports Motion. Very good things are happening here.
Right here in the newspaper, it snowed. You can see it right there, plain as day. People just don't understand. It snowed just last night. And you can read about it today.
East in the final game of the season for each of these ball clubs by the score of 42-22. Trent Williams has our stats for us here. First off, for the Titans this evening, they had 262 yards on the ground on 30 carries, so they did a pretty good job there. They were led in carries tonight. Dakota Smith had 14 carries, 147 yards. Really good night for Smith as the 6-foot-tall junior, who will be back for Coach Bob Ashley next year, hit over 140, 147 for the year. Also a 100-yard rusher tonight, Jack Kaiser, another junior for the Titans. The 6-foot-tall, 170-pounder, got 105 yards on 9 carries. So a big night tonight for those two backs, Smith and Kaiser. In the passing department, they had 4 completions, 2 of them for, well, wait a minute here. They had 80 yards per passing, and 2 of those went to Will Tolman for 66 yards, 1 to Dakota Smith for 8, and 1 also to Kevin Lewis for 6. Altogether, rushing for Notre Dame, 262. Passing 80, that's 342 yards in a victorious effort for the Titans tonight. For the East Tartans, they had no yards passing on the evening. Very few passes, in fact. Most of their game came on the ground as they had 60 carries of the football on the ground tonight, 44 of those belonging to, as we mentioned, Justin Krager. Krager with 44 carries for 305 yards. He had, that's an average a little more than 7 yards a carry. So 346 yards on the ground for East. East won the total yardage, 346 to 342. And 346, all 346 of that came on the ground for East in the ball game this evening. So that pretty much does that. Notre Dame managed to score and move things at will thanks to the explosive work of Smith and Kaiser. And East also putting 3 touchdowns on the board, all scored by Krager with his 300-plus yards tonight. So that ends up the season for Notre Dame at 8-2. East ends up at 4-6. And that pretty much closes the regular season portion of our schedule. Remember that some area teams will still be playing football, so if you want to go out and watch some of them, we've got 4 teams in the area in the SOC that will have playoff games. Valley, Wheelersburg, and Oak Hill in Division 5 will have home games. Minford in Division 4 will have a home game, so it should be a pretty interesting time around our area. So thanks to the folks here at Notre Dame. We appreciate the Board of Education, the principal, the athletic director, Mike Salmons, doing a good service for us here. As we are about ready to wrap it up, we want to remind you to say thanks also to our sponsors. And our sponsors include Floor B&W Portsmouth, Fred Brisker and Associates, H&H Sanders Lawn Care, the Hadsel family of companies, Doug Coleman for Commissioner, Steve Goins for Sheriff, by Heartland of Portsmouth and Access Scioto County, brought to you by Shawnee State University and the Wheelersburg Cinema, presented by Mike Crabtree for Commissioner, and Jerry Buckler for Domestic Relations Judge. Zone Sports brought to you tonight by Brandt Funeral Home of Portsmouth and Sciotaville and Jenny's Giovanni's. Also brought to you by the Battery Terminal, Sweet Confections Bakery, and McAdoo's. Automania, Medimart, the Salvation Army, and the Sunspot Tanning Salons are the ones we also want to thank. In addition to that, Horner for Sheriff, Alarm Tech, the Revolution Church, the Portsmouth Public Library, Portsmouth Monument Company, Portsmouth Cinema 8, Money Concepts, thanks to Monster Energy Drink and Love Nails and Hair Day Spa in Sciotaville, one of our longtime regulars. Stakers Drugs, Portsmouth, Wheelersburg, and the West Side Center. Sherman Cricker Insurance. Loot Supply, brought to you by Twin Valley Tire and Lube and Leading Lady Numismatic Coin Shop. Presented by Pro Pest Control and the Hadsel family of companies. By the Glockner family of dealerships, just making it easy and just painting it pink this month. Gerlach & Gerlach, attorneys at law. By the Diamond Gem Lending Company. H&H Sanders Lawn Care. By Barrett and Murphin Insurance. American Savings Bank. Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Falcon1.net, Minford Telephone Company, and now Minford TV. By Nancy Hawk and everybody at Real Estate Gallery and the folks at Southern Ohio Medical Center, plus the folks here that bring you our pregame and postgame wrap-up, the folks at McDonald's, Portsmouth, Rosemount, and Wheelersburg, who wrap up every game, and you can wrap a good wrap around your appetite, but you stop at McDonald's on the way to or from the game. So that does it from here. Thanks to Trent Williams for our stats, and thanks to you for being there. I want to remind you that our last regular season game tonight showed the Notre Dame Titans defeating the East Tartans by the score of 42-22. I'm Tony Lavender. Thanks for watching, everyone. So long.